Okay, well, live. Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I am your ever-loving host, Shorty, and technically today is New Comic Book Day, on a technicality if nothing else. We got off yesterday, but it took a while to get everything sorted out, and because we were told not to sell stuff on the day it arrives, because we do get things a day early usually anyway, we're now officially going to be selling stuff. One thing we are selling is this one. Scott Snyder going back to American Vampire. He has spent a long time writing Batman, so I suppose he deserves a bit of a break. And he's going back to something which he's done like a few years ago. I'm trying to remember exactly how long it is, but I can't quite recall off the top of my head. Dealing with like American history through the eyes of a vampire, which is a cool concept. I like the idea of that one. But because it's something that's been done before, and I'm just like, for the first time I'm reading, I've never read any of his other stuff. Or this is American Vampire stuff. I'm coming into it without really knowing exactly like a lot of the world building stuff that's happened. So I'm going to start by discussing things I don't like about it, which is not like me. I'm usually a very positive person. But straight off the bat, I've got to say, there's an awful lot going on in here, which without context is confusing. Now, I've said before that you can do really well if you basically drip feed information into the stories you're telling it. So even people who might not necessarily know what's going on can pick up on enough that's necessary, like the relevant things. And unfortunately, I don't think he's quite done it. I think he's gone in with an expectation that people who will have read his original American Vampire, which is fair enough. He's been out for a very long time. He's a famous writer. I couldn't even tell you exactly why I haven't picked it up and read it. It's something which has intrigued me. I've got it in the shop. I should probably get around to it at some point. But because I haven't, there's some terminology and some stuff going on and some backstory, which is like, well, why, how, what is the VMS? Because they mentioned it like a dozen times. I have no idea who they are or what their goals are or how long they've been going or why they're not the force they used to be. And then there's a page where you get like an awful lot of information dropped on you. This page, in fact, there's a lot of text, as you can see there, and an awful lot of it is telling you what's going on without actually telling you what's going on. They're talking about a serial killer who's doing something to unleash some great evil, the Beast. Who's the Beast? What's the great evil? Don't know. Why are they trying to stop him? No idea. But there's an organization trying to stop him. Don't know who they are. And he's doing it by dealing with, sacrificing people to find out information. Don't know why he's doing that. And there's several different bloodlines of what I have no idea. And there's a seventh one. But because I don't know what the six are, I've no idea what the seventh one is either. Now, I don't know if this all gets explained in the original American Vampire series. No really clue whatsoever. But I've got to say, I'm reading this and thinking, well, thanks, mate. This is a big help. Now, that being said, on to the stuff I like about it. Now, I've just showed you one page of artwork there, which is absolutely chock full of exposition, which does nothing to actually aid the story. The worst kind of exposition. What I'm going to show you next is one of the reasons why I really like Raphael Albuquerque. Guy can do faces, like, really effectively. Pretty much every time you see somebody in this one, the little detailing on that kind of thing is amazing. It's just like a sneer, a raised eyebrow, a slightly glum look. Every little detail of it makes the people seem like not only just unique individual characters, but able to respond to the world in their own particular way, rather than just as much. So I love Steve Dillon, his six faces with their three expressions. This goes a little bit above and beyond that, and it makes the comic book stand out. I've been reading a few things recently where their characters are actually my reason for going back to it. Don't get me wrong, the writing's great, the story's great, but sometimes you just fall in love with a couple of characters and you just want to find out what happened to them. This is that kind of writing. I don't really know like the backstory of these people. I'm going to totally spoil anything for you. I'm going to show you the back page here. Because again, it's another wonderful bit of artwork, and it kind of ties into the fact that I love Western stuff anyway. Take a look at that. That is beautiful, isn't it? Great bit of artwork there. Really nice framing of the entire thing. Even though there's not much going on, it looks like an action sequence. Like stuff is happening. That is a figure in motion. Really, really like it. But it's just like, oh no, it's Jim Book. That's right, Skinner. I'll be your partner on this one. Who is it? No idea. Don't know why it matters. Don't know why the guy is like concerned. Don't even know why I should be surprised at that. Maybe he was supposed to have died years ago. I have no idea. That being said, again, sorry, I feel like I'm being a bit too negative on this one. That being said, I did really like it. It did just enough, like just enough to make me think, well, okay, yes, I don't know who these people are, what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how they're going to, like, how robbing a train's going to make a difference. By the way, there's a heist coming up, and yes, fine, brilliant, I'm down with a heist. But they leave you just enough information to make you think, well, maybe if I carry on reading it, it'll all get explained. And it makes you want to find out. It really does. It tells you just enough that you're intrigued by it. It teases you and makes you go, well, next issue, I'll get to find out a little bit more. And that means the story will start coming together, and that'll be brilliant. Because it's a great looking art book. It's absolutely superbly done characters. And the story is interesting enough that I want to see how it all plays out. Frustrating, but still very, very good indeed. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow with another review. Bye.